Hello, remember to thyself be true. In the month of April, my overview, my salary was the same as I initially budgeted. So the green writing is my actual spending on this overview. So I didn't get any additional income. So my actual versus budgeted income was the same. And with my fixed expenses, I paid UCT board course 8,125, so I don't owe them anymore. It's an expense that's not going to be there the following month. I did not have any electricity that I needed to pay for this month, so I didn't use this money. So my total fixed expenses amounted to 8,125. And then going on to my variable expenses, Uber Bolt, I spent 247 instead of what I budgeted for, 250. Taxi, I spent 60 rand, which was less than what I budgeted for. How train, I spent 1,300 rand, which was less than what I budgeted for. DSTV access, I spent more because I paid late. I think a few days late. So I think they do add charges somehow. Groceries, I blew the budget. Yes, see, it was 2,701 rand 40 cent. Meat, I blew the budget. It was 634 and 20. Household, I extremely blew here, which was 913 rand 50. Medical, I blew the budget with 103 rand 88. Standard Bank, I had massive charges this month of 131 rand 83. Time Bank, there was no charges. Capitec Bank, there was just 1 rand that was charged. And then I ate out, which I did not budget for 240. So my variable expenses were extreme this month. I budgeted 5,676, but then I ended up spending 6,489 rand 35. I don't have debts, so which explains the scratching out of this part. In terms of my savings, I'm so disappointed in myself, but it is what it is. There's always a next time. Namibia, I saved 5,000 like I initially budgeted. Emergency, I only spent less, 122 and 74. And then Capitec Leave Better Round Up this month was 3 rand 65. Black Friday, I put 1 rand 72. So my total savings for the month was 5,128 rand 11 cents. My investments, I budgeted 1,000, I invested 1,000. And then my personal expenses, grooming, actual was equal to budget 510. Then I went to P&A, bought a few stationery items for 67 rand 48. Did not budget for clothing, but I ended up buying clothes for 418 rand 4 cent. And then the data bundle, unexpected expense of 50 rand. So yeah, personal, I blew the budget. Instead of 510, I spent 1,045 rand 52. So in summary, my total income, my actual was the same as my budgeted. And then expenses, I overspent on expenses. Instead of 14,811, I spent 15,659 rand 87 cent. Savings, I saved less. I only saved 5,128 rand 11 cent. Investing, I budgeted 1,000 and I actually invested 1,000. So what was left over, or what is left over to the following month, is 131 rand 48. So basically, overspending I've highlighted in purple, underspending I highlighted in green. So overall, My fixed expense, I underspent. My variable expense, I overspent. My savings, I underspent. I did not highlight this because actual is equals to budgeted. Personal, I totally overspent. So my total income was 21,909.46. My expenses was 15,659.87. Total saved 5,128 rand 11. Total invested 1,000 rand. So what I'm carrying forward to the month of May is 131 rand 48. In terms of budget categories, food, I spent 3,576 rand 60. Transport 1,607. Savings and investment 6,128 rand 11. Miscellaneous or bank charges 132 rand 83 cent. Education 8,192 rand 48 cent. Household and clothing 1,331 rand 54 cent. Beauty and subscriptions 656 rand 54 cent. Medical and utilities 163 rand 88 cent. So overall, impulse purchases 448 rand 4 cent. Cash 389 rand 3 cent. Debit card spending 14,898 rand 74. This is because I did not cash stuff for the month of April. Transaction charges 132 rand 83. Unexpected expenses 290. So where my money went this month, it mainly went to my savings and investments, then the education, then food, then miscellaneous, and a little bit of transport. What I accomplished this month, I paid for my UCT board course, which is an expense that's not going to come again. Unexpected expenses this month was eating out and buying data. I spent most of my money on education this month, and I overspent on food, household subscriptions, and medical. Expenses to cut down the next month is food and household. Money mistakes this month, I did not save enough for my emergency account. Lessons for the month, spend cash on food and household. What I'm going to improve on the following month is track of my Excel budget. Until next time, remember, to thyself be true.